Hello guys, hello, how are you guys? I hope well. Okay, load. We are back at home. Well, we were back at home. So we're now at school. So yeah, she got a sprained ankle, so I walked to school alone today since Corona is busy with work. As usual, Akira approached me cheerfully, walking behind her. The OG greets me with a wave. Hey, hey, I got some awesome news. The student council decided to host a masquerade ball. What? I'm so excited. I glanced over at Leo G, who averts his eyes. As class president, he must have approved, if not suggested, the idea. I did not know he was into such events. Oh, why are you giving me that look? I thought it would be nice to have fun once in a while. It's been ages since we had a school event. I think it would be fun. I thought you wouldn't ever attend parties again after the incident with the gang during freshman year. Just because they ruined that party does not mean the other parties can't be that fun. I think a few of them even left school. But do you know they'll crush this one again? They won't make a move without a leader. Besides, I think they learned their lesson. Leo G winks at me and I smiled back. I should get a new dress. The one that I wore in the first year is actually too big for me. Have you slimmed down? You look the same to me. I did. Maybe the difference isn't that big because you see me almost every day. Guys, we should go shopping sometime. Wait, this is too sudden. At least give me some time to decide if I'm going. Don't worry, the event is still a few weeks away. You have plenty of time. Why are you telling me this early, then? Just to make sure you're excited. Is there anyone you want to go with? She leaned towards me with curious eyes. The first person that popped into my mind is Curado. No, we're not doing that. But I shook my thought away. What am I thinking? He's my guard and one of the late students. Bringing him would raise questions. Taking the shapes of my head as my answer, Akira giggles and promised to find a partner for me if I had not decided. I feel like she wants to get me laid. Oh my gosh. Once school ended, Leo G surprises me by walking me home again. I assumed he would stay late. Don't you have duties to attend to, Mr. President? Dad needs help. Dad needs a hand with the paperwork. Club activities can wait until later. How have you been doing lately? Not too bad. Why? You seem worried. You've been quiet lately. I can't tell what's going on in your mind. I've just been tired. Are you afraid of something will happen to you with all these murders? Or I should say unalived. Oops. Memories of last night resurfaced in my mind. When Royal kidnapped me, I actually thought I was going to die. try to save me, but my mind is still not at ease. I get the feeling Roy will return. I'm just thinking about solving them. I smiled at him, bumping his shoulder. He has to be there for me since we were young. Oh, he has been there for me since we were young. Leo G never changes. Soon after we part ways, I enter my house. I notice Kyoto lying on the couch, reading the newspaper. Hey Kyoto, sorry for making you wait. Let me buy you some. What the fuck, dude? No! Once he hears my voice, he sits up, startled. I realize that he's not wearing anything except for a towel around his waist. Corrado. That's Guy. Didn't expect you to be home. That's Guy. I didn't expect you to return this early. I grabbed a pillow from the couch and threw it at him. He managed to dodge it. See, I just took a shower and it's warm in your house. Besides, this is really no different from a shirtless guy at the pool. I throw another pillow at his face before he can finish it. No room for discussion. You promised to follow my rules, and my rules said you need to wear pants. Why do you take so much showers? After putting back the pillows I threw, Corrado rubs the back of his neck over his eyes as he speaks to me. I got dirty climbing an old house to save a certain someone. Then put something else on. I came here empty-handed. Don't you have another set of clothes at your old place? They're due for a wash, so I sighed deeply and shook my head. How did this guy ever function on his own? I can get new clothes for you. I need to go shopping for groceries anyways. It's at least I can do for you to, at least I can do thank you for your help. Sorry guys, that was loud. Thanks. By the way, can you cook? Maybe you could prepare some of the ingredients for a meal? Wait, never mind, you might blow up my kitchen. I'm bad, but I'm not that bad. After telling him not to do anything stupid while I'm away, I got my shopping bag and head out. I wonder what I should buy him. I forgot to ask what he likes to wear. Who cares? The masquerade ball is in a few weeks. Maybe I should buy something that can double as a formal and casual wear. Wait, isn't that indirect way of asking him to the ball? No. Oh well, if I don't mention it, he won't know. It takes a while to get everything. The sky is already dark when I leave the store. I cannot help but grin at the bags in my hand. I had fun picking out different parts of Corrado's outfit. When I was walking through the men's section earlier, the shopkeeper asked if I was shopping for my boyfriend, but I simply brushed it off. Oh God, him. And on the way home, I noticed a familiar small blonde boy walking ahead of me. Since we're both heading the same direction, perhaps we can walk together. I have almost reached him when suddenly I tripped over on the bumpy ground. Kawa! Surprised, Kachi turns around and extends his thin arms to catch me. No, we're just gonna plop on him. Boom. It does not work very well because he falls back, unable to support my weight. Both of us hit the ground with my chest crushing his face. Ow, that hurts. Are you okay, Kitty? I rolled off his small body to get up. His flustered face looks at me, almost clearly annoyed about this incident. I picked him up like a little puppy and wiped off the dust off his uniform. I'm sorry. You know, body slamming people isn't the usual way of greeting them. It was an accident. And rubbed the side of his head, back of his head. Straightening his tie, he picked up the grocery bags I dropped and hands them to me. Very told he can be polite. I guess Kachi isn't always that grumpy. Thank you. What brings you here? I just did some shopping. When I saw you, I thought we could walk together. We are not friends. You don't need to be friends to walk beside each other on the street. Whatever, do what you want, but don't think this means I like you. So what do you consider a friend? No one. Aw, that's kind of sad. I don't need your pity. Having friends does not define me. Define one's happiness. As we continue down the street, silence settles between us. Even though he insisted we are not friends, he does not complain about my presence. The first meeting didn't go well. I feel like I'm getting to know him more. He seems like an interesting person. As we pass by an alley, someone suddenly grabs Kachi's arm and pulls him in. The alley between two buildings, wide enough for a car to go through. I react quickly and go after him. Halfway into the alley, a man stands in the dark, holding Kachi with a force grip. I cannot see his face from where I stand, but when he speaks, his voice is fierce and demanding. Give me all your money. Give me all your money, or your friend gets hurt. Oh, we're not really friends. Be quiet! Suddenly the man is bringing a knife to Kachi's neck. Oddly enough, Kachi does not show any signs of fear. He just simply turns away with bored eyes, as if this was nothing more than a mild inconvenience. I dropped my bag, showing my empty pocket. I had hidden my wallet in my inner pocket, and I pray he does not notice. I don't have that much money. This kid's in a lot, yeah? He must be rich. Call his family and tell him I want money, or I'll send him home in pieces. Don't listen to the guy. He probably doesn't even know how to use that knife. Hey, you think I'm joking? Without warning, the man grabs the front of Kachi's shirt and shoves him against the wall, pinning the boy with a knife to his stomach. Kachi coughed and his shoulders shaking. My body looked so frail, like it could break at any moment. Now, do what I say and call this boy's family. I give Kachi a panicked glance. He looked so hurt, badly hurt. I catch someone glancing out of their window, but they quickly closed the curtain, not wanting to get involved. Bystander! Please call the police. The situation is getting out of hand. Maybe this is a bad idea, but I don't have a phone on me. But Kachi does. If you want me to make a call, I need it from him. I slowly approached him. The man flinches at first, but only keeps an eye on me. I see him lowering the knife to his side. My heart beats nervously, but somewhere I feel confident. Once I am close enough, I take a better look at the man's face. He has a diamond-shaped tattoo below his left eye. I will have to remember that so I can turn him in later. Hey! Don't get too close! I abruptly raise my leg and strike his wrist, causing the man to drop his knife, kicking it into the darkness to distract him. I use this opportunity to strike his groin. Ah! I grab Catchy's hand and pull him away from the man's grip. I continue to pull on his hand quickly, try to get away. Stop or I'm going to shoot! His voice makes us turn. The man has a gun pointed at us. What? Where did you get a gun? Villagers aren't allowed to wear weapons. We gotta run. Are you crazy? The man shoots once at the wall as a warning. We freeze up at the sound of the impact. Damn, we can't escape from this. Suddenly the man falls forward and hits the ground, pinned by someone behind him. I could never miss our rescuer's distinct appearance. He looks like Beetlejuice, sort of. Chain cuffs the man with his grip and takes out the gun out of his hand. He snorts before throwing his cold glaze at us. The man attempts to get free, but Chain shoves the man face down against the ground. Despite the man's struggle, it is clear Chain also has the upper hand. With his free hand, Chain takes the knife and pockets it. I thought he was crushing us, but he pulls up the offender and leaves without saying a word. My gaze follows them as they walk out of the alley. Geez, that guy is so professional but scary at times. Hey, Catchy, are you okay? Without waiting for an answer, I take out a handkerchief and gently wipe away the blood from Catchy's neck. I crouch down and put a hand over his stomach. He looks at me with half-lidded eyes. What are you doing? That man hit you pretty hard, so I'm just checking. Catchy bats my hands away. You could be suffering from an internal injury. Let me take you to the hospital. I'm fine. Don't treat me like I'm made of eggshells. But I said I'm fine. Besides, I wasn't in any real danger. I'm tougher than I look. Besides, he was an amateur, judging from his way of handling the situation. Kachi sighs and turns away from me. His words do nothing to ease my worries. Thank you for your concern, but it's unnecessary. My body may be weak, but it will heal. You should go home. No need to waste your time on me. I'm used to this sort of thing anyways. Used to this? This happens to you a lot? Catchy rolls his eyes and glares at me. Currently, I live alone in a villa, which most people the impression that I'm rich or have a family, that says. They also think I'm an easy target, since I do small and weak. Small and weak. Did your parents go somewhere? I don't have, never mind. I'd like to know more about you. Catchy goes quiet. I retrieve the bags I dropped and together we walk out of this alley. And Miss Mate, you were pretty good back there. I never expected you to have the guts to attack that man. So I'm not fond of people like that, but I didn't want to I didn't bother to hold back. Well, I owe you for this one. We walked side by side. It was pretty. The bench had scared me, but I'm glad Shane was there. I just started to understand Katrina's stoic attitude. As someone who deals with this such situation, he must have a nerve of steel. I glanced at the little boy. Perhaps my worries are not necessary. Okay. I was just looking for the spray bottle, but I cannot find it. After a short while, we parted ways. Let's save. There was nothing. Duck. I dropped my grocery bags in the kitchen and called for Corrado. Only silence answers me. When I entered the living room, something brushed against my leg. I quickly flipped on a light switch, but I do not see anything around. I'm sure that was a cat, or I should catch it. The guest room door is wide open. I go to check. Corrado, what are you doing? I see Corrado bowing over the window. He stumbles back after hearing my voice. I almost fell out the window, you see? Never mind, I don't even want to know. I hope you like the clothes I bought for you. He takes a bag of clothes from me. I wait in the living room as Corrado changes. I did not ask for his clothing size, but I have seen him barely dress enough time to guess. I wonder how he looks. Now, he's not coming with us to that event, no. I see him in Corrado as he approaches me. I whistle at his new look. It's completely changed the image. Outfits matches him well, making him look gentler. He's already gentle. He can't, offend you or something. Okay. Corrado picks up his sleeve and leaves a drunken smile on his face. Are you trying to turn me into a butler? Right, this is Corrado. No amount of good clothes can conceal his personality. Now I'm trying to turn you into a special investigator rather than a stray cat with an overcoat. Hey, that wasn't that bad. So, do you like it or not? Well, you especially bought it for me, so it would be rude to reject it, yeah. I noticed Corrado's tie is crooked. Doesn't he know how to tie it properly? La, la. Okay. Saying that loud, I moved closer and grabbed his tie, fixing it for him. He blushes and stands still. By the way, have you seen an animal around the house? Nope, have you? I felt something very brush past me a couple of times now, but I haven't actually seen it. Let me know if you find it. I don't want any wild animals running around here. Yes, ma'am. I remember the open door in Carter's room. I wonder something snuck in. Okay. Okay, sorry. I keep the windows closed. It's cool enough in the house. But, understood? If you are actually keeping a pet in secret, I will kill it. Why are you gonna be like that? You dislike pets? Did you hear about I said about killing you? Yeah. That night, Carla stays in my room again, never leaving, not for a second. Made her worried about Royal, and it would come back for me. I tell him to go to sleep. It has been a while since a murder occurred, but he refuses to abandon his duty. Is afraid of something might happen so soon. Okay. 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 Damn, I need to wake up. I tell him to go to sleep. Something might happen soon. Next day. During the lunch break, Leo Jeep approaches me with a serious face. Can we talk for a moment? What is it, Luigi? We go to the hallway with fewer people. Okay, Sky, don't freak out, but you might be getting a call from the police in a couple few days. What the fuck? Why? Why? Leoji pauses for a moment and he takes out his phone out of his pocket, swiping the screen before showing me a picture of a man. His face is only familiar, vaguely familiar, but I recognize the diamond tattoo below his face. It was the man who attacked me in Kachi yesterday. Have you seen him before? Yeah, I saw him. Why? He's dead. Someone from the office told me that he was last seen with a girl, and I think said a small boy. The description of the girl matches you, and now you just confirmed that you know him. Did Shane say something? Wait, there's someone who saw the scene but did nothing. Technically, Shane is the last person the mugger saw, but the witness must have not watched until the end. It was the neighbor. This is so unfair. They should be investigating Shane. Does this mean I'm under suspicion of murder? No, but the police might ask you a few questions about it. I just thought to let you know beforehand. Besides, you would never do anything as stupid as murder. In any case, I have an alibi. My guard was with me the whole night. Who's your guard, actually? Should I tell him? Then again, Curtis is my alibi. Might as well say it to save myself. His name, well, you didn't let me choose. His name is Corrado, Hackett said. He raises one eyebrow after hearing the name and rubs his chin. What, is there something wrong? Leo Jesus smiles apologetic and shakes his head, avoiding the topic. Oh, he's not what he says he is. Corrado is more carefree than Shane, and I have only seen him in action once. Other than that, I know nothing of him. Logie seems to have an idea, and this may be a good chance to ask. What do you know about him? How can I trust my guard if I know nothing about him? You got a point, but unfortunately I don't know anything else about his private life. Seems like I have to figure out this myself. I feel like a stalker, but it doesn't help that Corrado won't tell me himself. Okay. We're gonna be right back. got back, had something to snack on, then went to the bathroom, washed my face to wake me up. I don't know why I get tired when I'm like usually fine before stream, and then I'm just like immediately tired when I stream. I don't know why. After I go to school, I go to the library. Maybe I can find something there. Personal information is not available to the public. I have to ask for permission before I can access the database. Luckily, the librarian accepts my excuse. I searched the archives for a while, but to my disappointment, nothing useful. Only his age and student information are displayed. I cannot even find his address. He said before that he had a place, but now I'm wondering if he's actually homeless. Didn't he say that he was homeless? Like he didn't have a home or something? He was adopted into the Haxis family and is only an only child. Since he's adopted, it makes sense that his prior life is difficult to find in the archives. While browsing through the newspaper, one article catches my attention. It is dated back to the 18th century. This page displays a section about missing people. While skimming through the photo, my eyes stop at one name. Greta. Katie, you again? I hear a familiar voice and quickly put the documents away. Turn around, I see Katie standing there with the book in hand, eyeing me curiously. Just some research, by the way. How's your injury? I told you I wasn't hurt. He moves closer with a serious bass and lowers his voice. Are you under suspicion of murder too? How do you know that? I got questions about it, buddy, please. I just wanted to know if you were too. Not yet. This guy, do you think I killed him? Could have chased him down after we parted ways last night, you know? I had to save you after that man easily overpowered you. You couldn't kill anyone if you tried. You think I killed him? Didn't that dude Shane tackled the guy and took him away? Dude, that's the obvious. You're not capable of that. I guess Katri trust me. After Katri leaves, I return to the article about the missing people. Corrado Omayodo, age 8, missing as July 8th. Oh, he's a century old. July 8th, 1742, presumed dead. Article includes a photo of the missing people. The photo of this Corrado, oh my god, it's so scratched up. I can't make out of his appearance. He probably did that. Next article I find is about Corrado that I know of. It is a complaint describing the controversy surrounding his adoption. It seems like some people wanted him sent to another city entirely. Nobody knew his identity, so the villagers were cautious. In the end, someone who was willing to take him in. Anonymous villager. This little kid We don't know who he is or where he came from. He's suspicious as hell, and I don't like that brat. I can't believe the Hecate couple took him in. How could people even complain about adoption? I guess most people will complain about anything. It's just a matter of finding someone who will listen. Browsing through the newspaper, I find a report about the incident from a few years back. During the training camp in the forest, Corrado went missing with his partner, then returned alone after several months. Corrado claimed he did not know what happened to his partner, and the case went cold shortly after. The deeper I dug, the more questions arise. His background is shrouded in mystery. He's a time traveler! There are more reports in the archive, but the library is closing soon, and it seems like I have to head home. I'm back! When I enter the living room, a strange smell hits me. The smell is getting stronger as I stepped into the living room, and then I realized what was going on and rushed to the kitchen. Don't tell me, are you burnt? Corrado turns around and greets me with an innocent smile. Welcome home, dear. I'm not your dear. Well, dear, while you're away, I prepared dinner. Why are you still wearing that old stuff? Well, you didn't blow up my kitchen. Of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. I didn't even set anything on fire. Ew. You could have cut up this part and cut the stuff off, the beak or whatever. I hate those people, those robots or whatever. I should try to get more descriptive on it. Okay. Robot. Log in. Why are they not getting like banned? That's really dumb. They're not getting banned. Okay, anyway, we're banning you. I don't like that. Okay, so we're back. I glanced at the odd-looking fish on the kitchen counter. How could he waste those ingredients? I was going to use them for this week. I rubbed my forehead, grimacing at what he made. It doesn't look very edible. And plus it has some green stuff on it. What is that? I suppose he wanted to surprise me with a meal. Well, it's the thought that counts. Thank you for your hard work, but let me take care of the rest. Hold on, have a taste of this first. Is it poison? You're gonna get drugged. He gives me a plate with fish chopped into pieces. It looks really suspicious. Suspicious. I wonder if I can eat this or not. All I know that it is prepared wrong. I asked what he added to the fish, but he refuses to tell me unless I try. No. He put so much effort into it, I might as well take a bite. No! That's a strange texture, but I admit it tastes good. I knew you'd like it. Well, the secret ingredient. I covered his mouth before he spoils it. I think I'm better off not knowing. I'll forgive you, but only because you didn't make a mess out of my kitchen. Yep, now you can't say I'm useless anymore. You're useful enough as my guard, not to mention you're my guest. So I don't know why you're doing this, but it'll take more than that to win me over. Besides, you look out of place here, especially with that outfit. At least wear an apron when you cooking. He smells unapologetic, but I will have to admit he does look cute. No, let us pick if you'd like him or not. I take over the cooking while Kyoto stands by and watching. He leans against the kitchen counter and snacks on the wraps he made. It does not take long before I finish the dish and we move to the living room. I heard from my team that there's been another murder last night. You should be careful on your way home. Do you need me to pick you up? No, it's fine. Alright, I should mention what happened last night. He's an investigator. He can clear me out of suspicion. By the way, that dead guy was a mugger. I ran into him on the way home last night, but I think your people suspect me of killing him. What? Why didn't you tell me that yesterday? Nothing serious happened. He was arrested in the end and I didn't get hurt. Crowder blinks in disbelief for a moment. Before recovering his composure, he rubbed his chin and thought. He must be concerned that I did not tell him right away. I expected a scolding, but instead he gave me an apologetic look. I'm sorry I wasn't there to help you. I don't know what to do if you had gotten hurt. I can't imagine you as the killer. And I was with you the whole night. I should talk to my team. Was anyone else around? I was with Kaiti, and Shane was the one who arrested him. At least we can scratch you off the list. I can't speak for Kaiti though. I'm glad to have an alibi. Tonight I'm going out for a bit. Shane will look after you, okay? I'll make sure he keeps you safe. Let me guess. You can't tell me what you'll be up to. Let's say investigator business. You're so secretive sometimes. I am a man of mystery. Before Kyoto leaves, he lets me know Shane is watching from a distance, and if anything should happen, I just need to scream. And then he's gone, and then the place feels empty. I watch the two of them talk outside for a bit. It always puzzles me that Kyoto gets along with Shane. At least I'm reassured that Shane is keeping an eye on me. Really? Really though? I look at the clock, it shows 9 p.m. The streets the streets become more dangerous the later it gets. Hopefully Karada will return soon. I wonder where Shane is hiding. He might encounter the murderer if he's just standing around outside. Out of curiosity, I shove my curtains aside and glance out the window. There's no one on the street. No need to worry about him. He's trained for such situations. All this restless place made me feel thirsty. I go to the kitchen to get a glass of water. Oh, little bird! I'm seeing little birdie.